So Huawei's smartwatch division is absolutely hoying out fresh bits of wrist furniture this year. Recently we've had not only a Huawei Watch 4 and a Huawei Watch 4 Pro, but also the ruddy massive and not particularly cheap Huawei Watch Ultimate, which on my spindly wrists made me look like a small child trying on his dad's jewellery. And the buggers aren't stopping there either, because now they've launched the Huawei Watch GT4, which comes in a ridiculous number of different flavours, including wee ones for ladies and men like myself with less arm meat than a Wetherspoon's chicken wing. Prices start from just €249 for both models. They're on sale very soon indeed, and I've had a proper fondle with them. So here's my early hands-on review of the Huawei Watch GT4, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now, the idea that Huawei has had with the Watch GT4 series is to break away from standard smartwatch design. So what you've got is a selection of skinny timepieces to suit pretty much all tastes, and you've also got a choice of two very different sizes. Let's begin with the larger Huawei Watch GT4 46mm. This features a fresh and unique angular finish, complete with time markers on the skinny bezel that surrounds that screen. And the 46mm version comes in a selection of 4 different models. There's Black Rubber, which is the only 46mm GT4 whose bezel is raised above that screen for added protection. And this is fitted with a fluoroelastomer strap. Fucking hate that word. So it's well suited for anyone who likes to do, exercise. That's the jobby. The 46mm version also comes in brown leather, which features a flat stainless steel bezel and a soft leather strap. You've got steel, which has the same case design as brown leather, but now with an integrated 316L stainless steel bracelet. And last up, my personal favourite, the snazzy Rainforest Green GMT. This sports a green and white inner bezel with 24-hour markers on the outside, and a braided composite strap made from recycled ocean-bound nylon. Alternatively, if you'd prefer something a bit more compact, a bit more dainty than that 46mm version, well, Huawei is also offering the Watch GT4 in a 41mm size. This isn't angular like the 46mm version. You've got a more elegant design, it's under 10mm thick, and it comes complete with a floating lug for holding those straps, as well as a golden bezel. And again, you've got a choice of different models here, just 3 designs this time around though. The Huawei Watch GT4 41mm comes in white leather and Milanese versions, but the standout is that 2-tone piano key model, which boasts a dual-tone steel case with golden highlights on that steel bracelet. And no matter your choice of Huawei Watch GT4, you'll find over on the right side a rotating crown as well as a recessed lower button that is fully customizable, same as the previous gen. They're all water and dust resistant, IP68 rated, and they can also survive pressures of up to 5 atmospheres, so good for your underwater shenanigans. Now that size difference means that the 41mm versions of these watches have a 1.32-inch AMOLED screen versus the larger 1.43-incher on the 46mm models. You got the same 466 by 466 pixel resolution on all these watches, however, so the smaller Huawei Watch GT4 boasts sharper visuals, 352 versus 326 pixels per inch. But as you'd expect, you've got nice poppy visuals, nice crisp contrast as well, really inky blacks. Viewing angles are fantastic, and on the maximum brightness they'll easily counter glare from sunlight. Now the Huawei Watch GT4 is compatible with both iOS and Android, but you will need to download the Huawei Health app in order to pair up with your smartphone and get the two connected. Through that Huawei Health app, you'll be able to set up the smartwatches, get all the notifications ticking through, etc. It's worth pointing out there's no eSIM variant with the Huawei Watch GT4 as well, it's Wi-Fi only. You've got HarmonyOS 4.0 running on these bad boys. It's the usual Huawei UI, so any fans of previous watches will be right at home. You've got lots of action-packed widgets there, one massive health data dump, etc. and a decent selection of pre-installed apps. As usual, you can call up the Celia voice assistant if you basically just want to have an argument with your wrist. And you can also receive notifications right there on your smartwatch as well from a selection of apps. You can fully customize which apps can give you a bit of a buzz, and you don't have quick reply options for the likes of WhatsApp, Messenger, etc. You've got a selection of new watch faces to choose between here on the Huawei Watch GT4, including some elegant efforts on the 41mm version and plenty of sporty options too. And Huawei has improved the customization for these watch faces, so now you've got more complications that can be swapped about, and you can also change up the colors, the various design elements to really make them your own. As for the health tracking, well, apparently the new TrueScene 5.5 Plus heart rate sensor boasts upgraded accuracy. So for instance, Huawei reckons it now works better in lower temperatures, so great news if you like buggering off to the top of mountains, and it's better for the likes of HIIT training as well, where your pulse is constantly up and down all over the place. There's also an upgraded smart cycle calendar which attempts to predict your menstruation and fertility windows based on your body data, and a new family health sharing feature as well, which can ping your wrist if an abnormal heart rate is detected in an older relative, for instance. And Huawei has added even more sports to the Watch GT4's exercise tracking, including a bit of soccer, otherwise known as crap football. Huawei's also added a calorie tracker as well, so basically using your smartphone you'll have to punch in exactly how many calories you've consumed throughout the day. Meanwhile, the watch is keeping track of how many calories you're burning through doing active stuff. So I guess that helps you to know whether you've really earned that plate of pork scratchings for dinner. Huawei's usual health clover action is back on board, as well as those activity rings that we know and love also very much. And the Huawei Watch GT4 can also reward you with shiny virtual medals if you get out there and do active stuff instead of just endlessly shoving fried goodies down your neck. Oh, and for anyone who likes to do a lot of outdoor exercise type stuff, hiking, running, that sort of thing, well, the Huawei Watch GT4 also boasts upgraded GPS tracking known as Sunflower GPS. This apparently uses beamforming for more accurate results. And this combined with a 5-system setup means that your watch should be able to track your motions to a precise and terrifying degree. And if you like to sleep with your smartwatch, well, you've got True Sleep 3.0 on board with sleep breathing awareness. This could apparently just ensure that your respiration and your heart rate are consistent throughout the night. And as usual, it'll probably give you a load of shit for going to bed at 2 AM, but hey, some of us have to work while we watch GT4, so do one. Now, of course, I won't be able to deliver my verdict on the likes of the performance and the battery life until I actually slap a Huawei Watch GT4 on my wrist and use it for a good couple of weeks or so, but apparently the battery life should be good, as you would expect from a Huawei wrist rocket. Huawei's predicted 7 days of use from the smaller 41mm model and double that, 14 days of use from the 46mm. And that's with mixed use, a bit of exercise tracking, GPS use, all that good stuff. But again, as I say, I will deliver my full final verdict on that shortly. So that's my early hands-on impressions with the Huawei Watch GT4 and some of the fresh new features you could expect from these many different models. It would be stupendous to hear what you think down in the comments below. Please do poke, subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone, love you!